The WWE Universe is reeling in shock and sadness following devastating news surrounding one of the company's most beloved superstars, Becky Lynch, the man herself. Just one day after what was supposed to be a triumphant night in her championship reign, the Irish powerhouse reportedly suffered a serious in-ring injury that may force her to vacate her WWE Women's Championship. Fans across the world are heartbroken. Social media is flooded with messages of support, and backstage officials are said to be scrambling to determine the future of the division without one of its most iconic champions. The incident that shook the arena. It all happened during the closing moments of Monday Night Raw in what was meant to be a routine title defense for Becky Lynch. Facing off against Zoe Stark, a fierce and athletic challenger known for her aggressive style, Becky looked confident as always, commanding the crowd, controlling the pace, and showing the fire that made her one of the most popular figures in WWE history. However, midway through the match, something went horribly wrong. As Zoe attempted a top rope maneuver, Becky moved to counter, but the two collided awkwardly in midair. Becky landed hard on her left shoulder and immediately grimaced in pain. Ringside cameras caught her clutching the joint, her face twisted in agony. The referee quickly signaled the X, the dreaded real-life sign that indicates a legitimate injury. The audience fell silent. Even Zoe Stark looked shaken as WWE medical personnel rushed to the ring. Becky tried to continue, attempting to lift herself with one arm, but her strength gave out. The referee had no choice but to call off the match, awarding Zoe the win via referee stoppage. Backstage chaos and concern. Backstage reports describe an atmosphere of panic and heartbreak. According to insiders, Becky was immediately escorted to the trainer's room, where she was examined by WWE's medical team. Sources close to the situation revealed that the injury appeared to be a dislocated shoulder, with possible ligament damage. A serious setback that could sideline her for several months. Triple H, who oversees WWE's creative and talent management, was reportedly seen rushing to the medical area to check on her condition. Several fellow superstars, including Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Liv Morgan, were spotted outside the trainer's room, visibly emotional and worried. A backstage source told WrestleZone News, "Everyone was shaken up. Becky's one of the toughest people in the business, but you could tell she was in real pain. She tried to downplay it, saying she'd be fine, but the doctors weren't optimistic." The champion's heart. Becky's emotional response. Despite the pain, Becky reportedly remained in high spirits and even addressed her fans through a brief backstage interview before being transported for further medical evaluation. Holding her arm tightly in a sling, she managed a soft smile and said, "You all know I'm the man. I've taken hits before and I'll take them again. But right now my focus is on getting back stronger. This isn't goodbye. It's just a pause." Those few words were enough to send the WWE Universe into an emotional spiral. Fans immediately began trending #GetWellBecky and #TheManReturns on social media. Within minutes, messages poured in from current and former WWE stars, from Seth Rollins, her husband and fellow champion, to legends like Trish Stratus and Mick Foley, all expressing their support and admiration for her resilience. WWE's next steps, the fate of the championship. While no official statement has yet been released by WWE management, multiple credible reports suggest that Becky may be forced to relinquish her title on the upcoming episode of RAW. If confirmed, this would mark one of the most heartbreaking moments in recent WWE history. A champion stripped not by defeat, but by injury. WWE officials are reportedly discussing several options. One plan under consideration is to have Becky appear live next week to formally vacate the title, delivering an emotional farewell segment similar to those of past champions like Edge and Daniel Bryan. Another possibility is a tournament to crown a new women's champion, which could feature top contenders such as Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Io Sky. An anonymous WWE official reportedly told Fightful Select, "No one wants Becky to give up that title. But if her shoulder doesn't heal quickly, we may not have a choice. She's been the heart of this division, and her absence will leave a huge void." The toll on Seth Rollins and family adding another layer of emotion to the situation is the reaction from Seth Rollins, Becky's husband and reigning world heavyweight champion. Sources close to the couple say Seth has been deeply affected by the incident. After his own match ended that same night, Rollins was seen leaving the locker room early to be by Becky's side. In an emotional post on X, formerly Twitter, Rollins wrote, "The strongest person I know, the toughest fighter I've ever met. You'll get through this like you've always done, with fire, heart, and a little bit of Irish stubbornness. Love you, B." Their shared strength has long been an inspiration to WWE fans, and this moment of vulnerability only deepens the connection between them and the audience. The legacy of the man. Becky Lynch's journey from underdog to global icon is one of the most inspiring stories in WWE history. From her early days struggling to find her footing in NXT to becoming the face of WWE's Women's Revolution, Becky has defined an era. Her 2019 WrestleMania main event victory, becoming both RAW and SDW Women's Champion, solidified her as one of the greatest performers of her generation. If she's forced to step away again, even temporarily, it will mark yet another challenging chapter in a career built on resilience. This isn't Becky's first major injury. She's overcome concussions, facial fractures, and countless grueling battles in her career. Every time she's fallen, she's returned stronger. That's why fans around the world believe that if anyone can recover from this and reclaim the throne, it's the man.